But we're going to start this call off with something that I feel like I deem extremely, extremely necessary, just because it's how I feel coming onto this call and being able to speak with you all. So for the first, 15, 20 seconds of this call, guys, I'm actually going to ask for you guys to all just close your eyes. All right. And I'm going to do this exercise with you all. Right. But I want everybody on this call to be able to close their eyes and just give gratitude, give thanks, right? For 15, 20 seconds. Doesn't have to be anything specific, right? But I personally would just show gratitude on my behalf for all of our family to be able to tune into this call, right? We can still show up to work and still get better. And that's a very, very powerful thing. So I'm going to give it about 15 seconds, guys. I'm about my head as well. And then we'll go ahead and get into this conversation. All right, man, let's get into it. All right, if you can hear me loud and clear and you're ready for this conversation, all right, let me see some hearts in the chat, man. Let me see some hearts in the chat if you're ready for this conversation, man, because I'm going to be completely transparent with you all. All right. I want to be extremely transparent with you all. Okay. So I'll just start out with just a simple introduction of who it is that I am. All right. I am VIC Hardison from the South Side of Atlanta. All right. I have two amazing parents, Chandra and Vincent Hardison, that have really, I go hard every single day for them. All right. Simply because growing up, they did everything in their power to just raise a good family. And I feel like they did an amazing job. And it is what put me in position multiple times, right? Time and time again. All right. To just attack life in the best way that I can see fit. All right. Being from the South Side of Atlanta, went to school in Clayton County, right? Lovejoy High School, was able to go and receive a college scholarship to play quarterback at Savannah State University. I actually saw a few people in the chat saying that they were from Savannah, and then was able to transfer to Kennesaw State and finish up my college degree in electrical engineering. Okay. So that part of the story kind of takes us to 2016. All right. I graduate college and I get a really good job. All right. I don't know how many of you guys have ever flown out of Atlanta Hartsfield-Jackson's airport. Okay. It's the busiest airport in the entire world. And fortunately enough, I was able to land a job right there at Hartsfield-Jackson International, right? I had a great job. I had great benefits. I was in a great situation, right? And then the crazy thing is I was introduced to this opportunity, all right? 2 years ago, this company was going by the name of 𝐼𝐸 Live, all right? And I seen one young lady posting on Instagram about it, right? And I'm just seeing blue numbers, guys. I don't necessarily know what she's talking about or what she's posting necessarily. I just see, right? I just see that there's blue numbers in it, and I'm interested, right? I'm curious about the information. So I reach out to the young lady, guys, and it's crazy to say that young lady actually didn't follow back up with me. All right, the young lady, and hopefully she's on this call right now, right? But unfortunately, she didn't get a chance to follow back up with me. So I ended up reaching out to another young lady that I seen posting about it. All right. And now that young lady just so happened to be the cousin of as a young man in this company by the name of Nathan Samuel. All right. And this young lady was very, very, very generous and very patient. Okay. When she introduced this conversation to me, she was very transparent and told me, Vic, this is a way of investing. I actually got involved in it 2 weeks ago. I don't know much about it, but here, this is the blueprint. All right. This company of 𝐼𝐸 Live actually has a lot of 6- and 7-figure earners, right, within the company that'll actually teach you the skill set to help you out. All right. So that young lady really gave me the opportunity. Now, when I saw the opportunity, I didn't go in and say, well, you've only been doing this for 2 weeks. What could you do? How can you help me, right? I just got off of a 5-year run of college, and you're telling me you're 2 weeks into something, and you're trying to put the information in front of me. But I was extremely receptive to the information, especially when she said, that I could get my money back in 7 days. I'm going to be completely honest. All right. When I heard about the 7-day money back guarantee, I was sold. All right. And from that day forward, guys, I was actually completely locked in. I never even considered the 7-day money back guarantee. I locked into this system, right? I locked into this system. And for the first 4 months, guys, I was on a self-taught route. Okay. Completely the wrong direction. All right. Moving completely in the wrong direction. I was self-taught. Here I am. I bought my way into the system, into the program, right? And then I started teaching myself with other resources, completely not in alignment with what I had just purchased. What I want for everybody on this call to understand is just because you're within this company, right, that does not instantly create you to be an investor. I want everybody to write this down, that there's a difference between purchasing and investing. There's a difference between paying for something and investing into something. See, some of us join this business, and just because the price tag is ridiculously low, right, we instantly go and throw investor into our bio. All you did was pay. All right. When I came into this company, just because I had enough money on my card to pay for the information, right, I hadn't gotten aligned with the information. Shout out to 𝐷𝐸 I didn't sit there and let her walk me all the way through everything. David and Monique was giving speeches that I wasn't even clicking the links to, and I was paying for the information. But I had not yet started investing, and that was a problem. All right. Some of us started going through the motions, right, but not really putting the business in motion, right? You have to actually say, look, what are my resources in this game? What do I have access to? Guys, if you look around, you have access to trillion-dollar information. People in your exact domain are becoming extremely wealthy. If you've been tuned in, you know we're not going to talk about any income claims, but upwards of 6- and 7-figure earners. And now you are put into a position because you are actually able to pay and get access. Well, now you have the ability to put yourself in alignment, and that's what we're going to talk about here tonight. All right. We're going to talk about putting yourself in alignment with the right information. I don't need anyone to go the long route, right? This information is going to be, or this conversation, I should say, is going to be one of those conversations that puts you directly on the correct path. All right. It's going to put every last one of you on the correct path. And if you can actually, I want you guys to turn your cameras on too, so I can see a few of you guys. All right. I don't think you can actually. Can't see it? Okay. Can't see you guys. All right. But I usually like to look at you guys in your eyes simply because then I know that I'm actually having a conversation with you all. All right. So I see my man Darren say, let's get it, man. Let's get it. All right. So alignment. Let's type the word alignment in the chat. All right. Let's type the word alignment in the chat. What does that even mean? All right. What does alignment even mean? All right. This is important. Alignment. You want to be in alignment, right? I see somebody said with the universe. I see the first thing that you have to be in alignment with is yourself. Okay? The first thing that you're going to have to be in alignment with is yourself. Too often, right? Too often, we see something, right? And then we instantly like it, and then we try to get in alignment with that, right? In this business, we talk about duplication without deviation, all right? Well, the sad part is you truly can't duplicate something, right, if you're not completely in alignment with it. So the first step is to look yourself in the mirror, all right? What am I about? What is my purpose, right? Because purpose is going to lead to your destination. All right, you got to find your own purpose first. What am I about? What do I stand for, right? My mom was actually with me. I was 15 years old, and on my left arm, at the age of 15, I actually got the words tatted on me. If you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. Simply because I knew at a very young age that I was going to have to be very clear and decisive on the decisions that I made. My parents, my mother and my father always made sure that I was always in a position where I was never the follower, right? My father would tell me when I was young, Juice, you know, you put yourself in a lot of the wrong rooms. And I was so confused Because I'm gonna be completely honest with you guys. I'm a rather smart individual thanks to my parents and my environment, right? And my dad would say, yo, Juice, you put yourself in a lot of the wrong rooms. And the reason being is that typically you're the smartest person in the room. And me coming from the south side of Atlanta, guys, I'm gonna be completely honest. I felt like, yo, it's an advantage for me to be the smartest person in the room. I need to be the smartest person in the room. Because if I'm not, then somebody may be able to pull a fast one on me, right? I grew up in College Park. I need to keep my head on the swivel. Dad, I need to be the smartest person in the room. But what he told me was, once you're the smartest person in the room, you get no value out of that room, right? You go into a room, you leave that room with the exact same value. All you can do is pour into other people. All you can do is talk, right? But you have to put yourself in front of the information, right? Completely in front of the information of information that's at a higher level than you are. And that's where we come in to put yourself in alignment. In this business, you have some of the top, literally the top individuals in your industry in the whole world right here in this company. You have David and Monetier right here in this company. You have Alex Morton right here in this company. You have 𝐸𝑭n right here in this company. Jason Brown right here in this company. Matt Rosa right here in this company. If you're trying to get in alignment with what the winners, right? You do what the winners do. But first, right, when you're looking at yourself, you have to figure out, okay, what are both my strengths and my weaknesses? Where do I need to work and improve, right? And where can I add value to other people's life? Because the whole purpose of this whole thing, guys, is actually to add value to other people's lives. It's not to just acquire money or anything, right? They say money is actually the root of all evil, and I personally don't believe in that, right? You acquire the resources so that you can truly make an impact on people's lives. You acquire the books, you acquire the knowledge, you acquire the money. That's why this game, the industry that we're in, is so powerful, simply because this allows for us to acquire massive, massive resources. We have a compensation plan that allows for you to acquire massive, massive resources. You have a skill set that you're able to put on to allow you to acquire massive, massive resources. Now, what you do with the resource is going to be completely up to you. If you're back in alignment with the people that I just listed, the Matt Rosas, the Jason Browns, the David and Monetiers, what is it that they're doing with their resources? Are they just going around, right, spending time on themselves, just buying cars left and right all the time? Or are they pouring back into us? Are your chairman leaders pouring into you on a daily basis? On a day-to-day basis, are they still saying, hey, look, even though I've made it here, I'm going to turn around and I'm going to pour back? And the reason why I said at the beginning of this call, guys, this isn't any type of motivation, guys. If anything, I want everybody on this call at the end of it to simply just be inspired. All right? Because motivation is going to wear off like a bath, and you're going to need that every single day. All right? But when I listen to somebody like David and Monetier, right? He's somebody that inspires me. When I look at David, right, I'm not admiring David. I'm inspired by David. Because when you admire, you're just looking kind of from a distance. It's almost the equivalent to window shopping, all right? I'm not going to just admire him. I'm going to be inspired. I'm going to understand that, okay, now what David is doing is within me as well. I don't have to just admire and look at his Instagram posts, right, and just wish upon a star. No, I can actually put myself in alignment because everybody that's within this company, everybody that has the platinum package has the exact same opportunity as David and Monetier, as Bryce Thompson, as Nathan Samuel. You have the same exact opportunity. And it only costs you a couple $100. And the most powerful part about this whole opportunity is it's a no-fail mission. The same exact thing that made David as wealthy as he is, right? You are on the same path. And it is a no-fail mission. Do you understand that the moment you fail is when you decide to quit? I am proud to say I've never failed a day in my life. I've never, ever, ever failed. Ever. I've never failed a day in my life. I've never quit. I adjust and adapt. That's very simple. You simply adjust and you adapt. That's what the winners do. Once you give up, that's when you fail. In this game, you're going to hit a thing called stop loss. Anybody in the chat, just show me real quick. Drop a fire if you've ever hit stop loss. Let's drop some fire because I know you was fired up if you hit stop loss. In this business, people are actually going to tell you after you give the best presentation of your life, hey, I'll think about it. Hey, I'll do more research. So let's drop some fire. If somebody's actually ever told you, hey, I'll do more research after you gave them everything they needed to go research. We've all been there. Every single last one of us. Every single last one of us have been there. At that point, do you turn around and stop? Do you turn around and just stop and you say, you know what? That whole chairman thing was never for me anyway. That whole chairman thing was never for me anyway. Listen. I see that. All right. What I want you guys to understand is this. Just because somebody else does not see the value in you does not diminish your value. All right. Just because somebody does not see the value in you does not diminish your value. That's when you look at yourself. That's why alignment with yourself is the most important thing. Now, I'm going to be completely transparent with you guys. Vincent Hardison and Chandra Hardison raised one young man named VIC Hardison. And boy, you cannot tell me anything for a very, very long time. I'm going to be honest with you guys. We want to talk about ego, right? Can we type the word ego in the chat for me real quick? Just to remind myself of my older self. My younger self, I should say. Right? I want to see a self-reflection of my older self real quick. I want to just see a throwback Thursday real quick of myself. It's right there in the chat. You're typing my name over and over. It used to be ego. And if you are in Houston, you already know what I'm about to say. With the word ego, family, you have to let your emotions go completely. It is very, 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 very important. It is one of the most important lessons that I've learned on my own, I should say, right? And the crazy thing about learning some of these lessons and building knowledge, right, is that often you have to pay the price, and it's very expensive, and usually you pay that price in your youth, right? Most of the times, right, you got to learn a lot of lessons on your own, unfortunately. People are going to tell you, right, but it's not until you actually walk through the fire and get burnt is when you actually understand, yo, what's going on. So let's take this thing back. When I came into this business and I said that I was self-taught, right? That's what it was. It was the ego. It was the ego. Wait, what do I have to do? Copy and paste. Well, what am I copying and pasting? Well, how did he know? All right, well, I'm gonna go be that guy. If he knew it, right? Well, let me go do that first. I'm gonna go figure it out. I'm not gonna get the mentorship. It was the ego. And I can humbly say that me allowing for my ego, right, my emotions to be in the way, right, that's what kept me from being in alignment. Because see, it's not gonna fit, right? Your emotions, it's not gonna fit in the same space as success. It's just not. Because sometimes, like, even as a leader, right, you're gonna look at your business, you're gonna look at your family, right, and you're gonna realize that you have to take your emotions completely out of it for other people to win. You're gonna have to take yourself and your emotions completely out of the equation for other people to win. And if you don't know, guys, that's what the point of this business is. If you came into the business for the money, you'll lose. I'm sorry to tell you that, right? You'll lose. If you came into this business for the money, you'll lose every time, right? If that's why you came here, right? If the happiness for you is attached to you hitting Chairman 10, you're gonna lose. Let me explain why. Chairman 10, right, would say that one individual was to make $10,000, right? But the thing about it is, if your happiness is attached to money, money is nothing more than a number, right? Your emotions, right, are attached to a number. Numbers are endless. You'll never get to your destination of happiness, ever. You're attached to the money. The money is endless. that's where your emotions are going, you'll never get there. You have to start looking at things like, okay, all right, what value do I add to the world? What value do I add to other individuals? When I came into the business, I was thinking about me. When I went 4 months trying to do this thing on my own, right, I came in and I made a lot of money, right? A lot of money, and I didn't call one person to put them on yet. I'm making money and I'm loving it. And then I realized one day, it's like, oh, this can actually be bigger than me. This can actually be bigger than me. Let me start making some phone calls. Let me call my undergrad lab partner, Platinum 5000, 𝐂𝐤𝐿. And the beautiful thing about it is, right? The beautiful thing about it is that in this space, guys, there's zero competition. Second biggest lesson I had to learn and pay it with my youth. And the craziest thing about it is, guys, about 3 or 4 years ago, I would pride myself on how competitive I was. I would pride myself. Guys, I played for Old National. What do you mean I'm not supposed to compete? Don't you know my last name is Hardison? What do you mean I'm not supposed to compete? What do you mean everything not a competition? What do you mean I don't got to win every game? I can't, bro, I got a first cousin that I can't even be on opposite teams with because I was that competitive. And then I read one book that changed my life, The Science of Getting Rich. The Science of Getting Rich said it very simple. It says you have to get out of the competitive space and get into the creative space. You have to get out of the competitive space and into the creative space. And why did he say that? Because when you're in the competitive space, in order for you to win, guess what? Someone has to lose. In order for you to get up, somebody else has to get put down. In order for you to be number one, guess what? You got to take someone's spot and put them in number two. So essentially, in order for you to win, you always have to be bringing somebody else down. Every single time. Every time you're competing, you're comparing. Every time you're competing, you're comparing. My dad would tell me, he was my football coach when I was a kid. He would tell me, Juice, stop looking to the left and to the right and finish your race. Juice, why you keep looking to the left? Why you keep looking to the right and the finish line is ahead of you? Every time I see you look to the right, TV is running past you. You got to keep your head on straight. Every single time you compete, you're comparing, and comparison is the thief of joy. So now your emotions, that's why I told you, step one, let your emotions go. You see how it keeps coming back to somehow one of these emotions are going to get tied up into it. So let that go out the gate. Let the emotions go fresh out of the gate for you to actually have a fighting chance for this. If you compete your way to the top, you'll never be happy. If you compete yourself to the top, you'll never be happy. Because you're always sending out negative energy for someone else's demise. Why am I competing against you? Why do I need for you to lose so bad for me to feel good? That once you realize that that's the issue, right? That's when you start moving yourself out of the way. That's when your name doesn't have to be plastered everywhere. I found the most joy, I'm going to be completely honest, and I've grown so much in these last 2 years because of this company, and Chris Terry, I thank and love you. Right? In the last 2 years, I've seen that, once you kind of remove yourself from it and you start looking at the grand scheme of things holistically, it's actually a little more pleasing, right? When you see success happening, when you see the success happening, and you know for a fact that it was your paw print that made it happen, and nobody knows. Get to that space. Get to that space. When success is happening, and I mean, literally, you'll hear somebody say that they came up with it. And if I would, and that's like, yo, I like that. That's a good feeling right there. I went from Nina, hey, I did that, right? Yeah, that's me. All right. Vic did that. Right? Oh, don't forget, last year, now I love being in a space where success can happen, and I don't even need the recognition. I don't need the acknowledgement. Once I've let my emotions go, what is that doing for me anyway? Guys, in this business, we talk about the word edification. And I'm not going to spill too much on the word edification because it's so powerful. right? I would rather you just go, everybody likes to do research about Forex, go research edification. But I'm going to tell you about a very, very, very important fact about edification that you're not going to find on the internet. And unfortunately, there's some people that I'm going to poke at for a second. We all love edification. We all edify, and we all love getting edified. And edification is actually a drug. And unfortunately, you cannot take edification to the bank. You cannot take edification to the bank. So what you want it so bad for? Guys, in this space, I'm seeing some people only act for the edification. It wasn't income producing. It wasn't impact producing. It's literally just so a horn can get tooted a couple times. You just want a couple posts on Instagram. Is that what you're doing it for? Is that what you're doing it for? Guys, if that's the case, this is not the space for you, because I've already told you, you're not going to be able to make it to the top if your emotions are tied up in it. Somebody giving you a compliment time and time again, and your emotions are still in it, you'll get drowned. Trust me. Trust me. One of my cousins, Brian Nees, he called me up when I started this business. I hit Chairman 10. He said, "Juice, man, how you keeping it together, man? You got all these people." I'm like, bro, I've been getting a lot of compliments my whole life, bro. I had to learn, and I'm speaking at the mature version of myself now. This is like the chairman answer at this point. I'm like, bro, I've been getting a lot of compliments my whole life. At this point, bro, it just goes right over my head. It means nothing. I'm at true zero all the time now, right? You guys ever seen the Incredible Hulk, right? When Bruce Banner is like, he's turning into the Hulk uncontrollably, right? And then all of a sudden, it's like a movie in, 2 movies in, right? All of a sudden, Bruce Banner, he got his little watch on, and now all of a sudden, Bruce Banner has the ability to turn into the Hulk whenever he wants to. All of a sudden, right, he can stay at true zero, and then he can turn it on at whenever he wants. Because what happens is, if you're too excited when the good comes, right, you're gonna miss that one little thing that could have helped you from keeping everything positive. Now it's gonna smash back negative. But if I'm always worried about the negative, now I'm gonna miss opportunity. You gotta stay at true zero with your head on a swivel. My whole life I played quarterback. I'm studying some of the greats, the Tom Brady's, the Michael Vicks, Donovan McNabb, Peyton Manning's, right? And they would always talk about this thing called short-term memory. You got to have a short-term memory, and that's in life. Because in the game of football, right, you throw a touchdown, everybody's going crazy. It's the first quarter. You're only up 1 touchdown. People came back on and lose the game all the time. So you have to make sure that you're staying the path. Hey, there's 4 quarters to play in this game. I got to have a short-term memory. Just because I hit take profit 3 times doesn't mean I get to hike my lot size up. Just because I got 2 signups, 3 signups, 4 signups, that doesn't mean I have to stop taking care of my family. I got people that believed in me before this. I got to stay at true zero. I got to keep myself at true zero. My head needs to stay on the swivel at all times. You pop a rank, get back in the field. You pop a rank, you get back in the field. You win a trade, you get back on the chart. You win a trade, yo, pull up the scanner again, give me another one. Some of us are spending way too much time on rank report than we are on placement tree. So, I'm going to say that again. Some of us are spending way too much time on rank report and not enough time on placement tree. What am I saying? What am I saying? You know what I'm saying. You know exactly what I'm saying. It's not about you. You got to focus on the ones that's within your family. The ones that you had that conversation with, right? You talk negatively about the people, right, who listen to your information, and then they tell you, well, I want to go do more research, I'll be back. And then the individuals that join your family, that come in, that believe in you, that saw the vision that you saw, you call them 12-12-4. What's that about? You're spending all the time, you're sending the screenshots, you're taking the time away from your leaders to come look at this one person that told you no, and that told you this excuse, and that told you this. But then the people that's in your back office, you're nicknaming them 27, 17, and 5. I need 7. That's what their names are. I need 7. Get off your rank report. Get in your placement tree and get busy. Because that's how you're going to get your family in alignment with everything that's going on within this company the right way. Once you get out of alignment, I don't know if you guys ever seen fighter jets flying through the sky, or keep it funky. Let's just talk about a flock of birds flying through the sky. You ever see how they need like these perfect positions? Every single person is in alignment. Every bird is in alignment. Every plane is in alignment. You want to know why? It's not so that everybody can look up and say, yo, look at the birds. You think fighter jets are really just trying to put a pattern in the sky? No. It's strategic. Every single fighter jet, every single pigeon, bird, everybody has to be in alignment for this to work. Because as soon as one bird gets out of alignment, right, now instead of them slicing through the wind together, making a true impact, right, now there's turbulence. That's when you go through, oh, well, my GV is slipping. Oh, well now I'm going through resistance. I may just close this trade out negative. You have to stay in alignment. You have to see what the winners are doing and do exactly that. You have to see what the winners are doing and do exactly that. But what do you have to do first? Get yourself in alignment. Look yourself in the mirror. You keep looking at somebody else and try to duplicate that. It's not going to be duplication, it's copying. And your body's going to reject that. The second that you try to act like you're something that you're not, your body's going to know. It's going to completely reject it. That's why I said I don't want this to be a motivational call. Motivation is going to wear off by 3 a.m. You're not even going to know. You're just going to be mid-sleep. Motivation is just going to leave. You're going to wake up, get on Instagram, and think right back again, your ex, your bills, your negativity. You're going to get right back to that. So don't get motivated. I want you to wake up tomorrow morning. I want you to go look yourself in the mirror first. Don't look at your cell phone first. Don't go look at somebody else's problems first. Don't go look at somebody else's success first. Why? Because then we're comparing again. We're not in the competition space. What you looking at everybody else's for? We need to be dead in alignment. So what does alignment look like for you on a day-to-day basis? Right? How can I even get myself in alignment? Because some of us are thinking that, okay, I seen Chairman Vic go ahead and post a long caption. Let me put a long caption on my page. I'm in alignment. Some of us are thinking, okay, just because he said, see a link, click a link. I saw the link, I clicked the link, and then I started cooking. You're not in alignment. You're not plugged in. I told you to listen to this in solitude and you're cooking. So it's not about the long caption. It's not about you clicking a link, seeing a link. It's not about you going out to Houston. Drop a 5 in the chat if you went to Houston this past year. If you were out in Houston, you were able to come to the event, the last I Am event, right? Drop a 5 in the chat for me real quick. I see a couple of you guys that are actually real. I see you out there. Let's see. Shout out C-Trip, man. C-Trip Visuals is on the card, man. That's a beautiful thing. All right. So if you guys, let's see. All right. If you guys were out in Houston, all right, there was a lot of individuals that made a lot of money get up on stage, speak in front of all of us. All right. And the craziest thing about it is with all the 6- and 7-figure earners that were given all of that information. And it's so sad that we actually had to say it on stage. Guys, too many of us are in the hallway. Some of us think just because we came to Houston that we were in alignment. No. You needed to be butt in the chair, pen out, paper out, dialed in. Some of us think just because we go to the event and we take a picture in front of a chairman's car that I'm in alignment with the chairman. No. That's not it. You're just playing a social game. You just want people to like your pictures. It's not it. You don't get to just write the captions. You don't get to just be on the call and then walk away. You don't get to just post pictures in front of somebody else's rented car. That's not alignment. That's not alignment. 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 Let's see alignment one more time in the chat. Let's see alignment one more time in the chat. Alignment. Alignment. In order for you to get in alignment, focus on yourself first. And then you say, okay, who am I? What is my purpose? What do I stand for? What are the things that bring me joy in life? What am I good at? What can I bring to this world? Right? And then once you figure that out, you figure out, okay, what resources will I need? What resources, what information do I need? How can I get from my current self, right, in alignment with who I truly am meant to be? How do I get there? What resources do I need? Fortunately, if you're in this company, you have the resource that you need. I want every single one of you to understand I have the resources that I need. I have the resources that I need. And now at this point, all you have to do is put yourself in alignment with those resources, right? You see somebody with the lifestyle that you want, you don't chase the lifestyle. You chase the lifestyle that created the lifestyle. And I'm going to say that again, all right? I'm going to say it one more time. You do not chase the lifestyle of the person that you see, all right? If I see 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐸𝐻 and he's riding by in a Rolls Royce with a Fendi sweater on, I'm not chasing the Rolls Royce. I'm not chasing the Fendi sweater. His lifestyle, you know what I'm trying to chase? I'm trying to chase the lifestyle that created that lifestyle. What did you do every day to get the Rolls Royce? What did you do every day to get the Fendi sweater? You have to chase the lifestyle that creates the lifestyle. You see people out here going and injecting things in their bodies and they're changing their looks. And it's like, for what? You're chasing someone else's image. If you think that's going to be the thing to bring you happiness, hey, we're just on a different page. All right? We're just on a simply different page. But what I feel like every single person on this call, everybody that can hear my voice loud and clear, you find out who you are first. You're not going to find any more pleasure than being yourself. That's the most fulfilling thing you can do. You're going to be extremely empty, trying to instantly just copy, and or I wear this shirt because he wears this shirt. I say these words because he said it. No, you chase the lifestyle that creates the lifestyle. That's how you get there. Now, in doing that, you're going to have to truly study. All right? You're going to have to truly study. A lot of us are following our leaders on Instagram. You may follow me. You may follow David. You may follow Nate. You may follow Bryce. But you have to study them. You don't just go like the picture. You study the picture. You don't just go look at the caption. You study the caption. Go study the old captions. Who were you? How did you create the lifestyle that's giving you this lifestyle? You don't need Chairman 10 advice when you're platinum 150. You got to get up to that level. Because if you ask me right now, Vic, what are you studying? Right? Vic, what are some things that you're looking into? I'm looking into how should I manage a six-figure bank account properly? Not a six-figure annual income. I'm trying to figure out right now in current time, check my history on my internet. I'm trying to figure out how do I manage a six-figure bank account? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Now, if you're not on that level, then I'm giving you information that's not going to put you in alignment with me. It's actually going to just make you a little uncomfortable. You're now receiving information that you don't need. You have to figure out where am I on this journey? What resources do I need immediately? Now, who has those resources? How can I get in alignment? In this company, right, you're going to have multiple leaders that show you the way to the T. To the T. You're going to get this information, and you're going to know exactly what you need to do, right? You're going to learn from some of the chairman's breakdowns, right, so that you can see, okay, well, how did they get through the breakthrough? All right, you broke down at some point. Tell me how it was. Okay, what's the breakthrough? All right, bet. Now I can avoid that. Because when you start to leverage people, guys, that's when you start, like, literally being able to hurdle over some of the things that they really got held back by. The leaders that I get to speak with on a daily basis, I see 𝐂𝐸𝐿 in the chat, right? She is directly connected to 𝐷𝐸𝐻𝐸𝐸𝐻 at this point. She's never spoke to him a day in her life. She can check her contacts right now. It's not there. But I can confidently say 𝐭𝐲𝐿 has direct access to David M. How can I say that so confident? Because fortunately enough, right? Fortunately enough, there's a man out there by the name of Bob Proctor. All right? And Bob Proctor has completely put himself on just a platter for us to completely study his mindset, his actions, the lifestyle that created the lifestyle. And guess who's studying him probably the hardest? David M. So now we're looking all the way at the GOAT of all GOATs. Shout out B. What we gonna call? What's his nickname? BP. All right. Shout out BP. All right. BP's at the way top. Right. He's showing us how to really win within ourselves first. All right. And then guess who's studying him in alignment? David M. David M. is now the #1 African American doing exactly what you do, and you can study him. He has calls similar to this where you can get alkaline water from him. But you want to know why 𝐭𝐲𝐿 somehow is directly correlated? Because David has somebody that he's mentoring by the name of Bryce Thompson. All right. So we got Bobby P. We got Bobby Proctor. Right. We got Bob Proctor, David M. Then we have Bryce Thompson. And every last one of them are pouring directly into one another. And now it's become like a brotherhood, right? Now everybody's taking care of each other. It's like a pack, all right? And the speed of your leader is going to be the speed of your pack. So if you got Bob Proctor leading the way, how fast do you think the pack is moving? If everybody's in alignment, right? So right under Bryce, you got a young man named Nate Samuel. And the crazy thing about Nate Samuel is he's directly correlated to Bryce Thompson, the youngest, highest paid network marketer in the world. And guess what? He does calls just like this. If you're within the Launchpad family, this alkaline water is every single day. Every single day you're going to get this. You're going to get what you need to be successful in this whole space. And guess who Nathan Samuel's giving all of his gems to, all of his sauce. Guess who I was on the phone with for 50 minutes? Nathan Samuel. I'm directly plugged into him. So guess what? The way I look at this is, when I talk to Nate, I'm like, yo, Bob Proctor, what's up, boss, man? How you doing today? Hey, yo, David, what's up, boss? How are we feeling today, Mr. Imonitier? But my phone says Nate C100. Update coming tonight. All right? My phone is saying Nate C100, but I know that I'm talking to Bob Proctor at the same exact time. Because the beautiful thing about the people in this space, the people that are working directly with you in this company, are going to put you and only give you the best information. They're only going to give you the best information because they want everyone winning. The speed of your leader is the speed of the pack. Why do I want to slow up my pack? Why would I tell 𝐭𝐲𝐿 something that Nathan didn't tell me to do? Why would I disrespect that when Bob Proctor is the one that told me to do it? Nate was just a messenger. Why would Nate not do what Bryce said to do when Bryce is just a messenger? David and Monique told you to do it. It's like your brother comes into the room, right? I don't know if you guys got brothers and sisters. My brother used to come in the room. Hey, Mom said clean the room. I'm not cleaning the room, brother. That was you. You trying to tell me to clean our room. Until I hear my mom, choose, clean the room. All right, now I know, okay, this actually came from Mondu. She told me to clean my room, I'm cleaning my room. You don't need to do that. When you listen to somebody within this environment, you listen to somebody within this company, you listen and apply. Let me get LA in the chat. Family, you already know what it is. All right, Stocks Rising family, you already know. Let me get some LAs in the chat. Let me get some LAs in the chat. Guys, this will change your life. This next 10 minutes will literally change your life, and it's the hardest part about the conversation. It's the hardest part. This is the hardest part. It's the simplest. It is extremely simple to do. It is extremely simple to do. LA is the simplest concept, but it's the hardest. It keeps the most individuals in poverty instead of just straight success. LA stands for listen and apply. Listen and apply. It's not listen, interpret, put my history on it, call my cousin, look it over with my coworkers, ask my homeboy that's not in the business, and then go try to apply. That's what a lot of us are doing. That's why you're taking yourself out of the alignment. You got to listen and apply. Because your mentor, the person that's telling you what to do, right? You have to have trust. And this is when you're really studying, right? When I told you don't follow these people, study. We say copy the actions of the right cat, right? You're gonna be a copycat, but copy the right cat. So you study first. Who's the person that's most in line with the things that I said I wanted first? Remember, you wake up, you look yourself in the mirror first. What do I need? Then you find out who has the resources. And then once you study that individual, submissive listening. That's a tough word right there, submissive. Who does that nowadays, huh? Who can proudly say that they came into this opportunity just completely submissive? No one. No one. It's one of the hardest tools to pick up in this game. Trading a double bottom off of a daily channel, right? With a morning star, catching 40 pips, adjusting your stop loss and the profit once it reaches over 20 pips. That's simple. That's easy. That's easy. That's easy. But for you to listen and apply, for you to be submissive to a peer, and in some cases, that peer may be younger than you in age. And for you to do that in this space, that's how you'll get the richest, the wealthiest. That's how you'll acquire the most resources. But it's not one time. You don't get to get motivated and listen and apply once. Or you don't get to have selective listening and selective applying, right? A lot of us have that. It's selective listening and selective applying. I listen and apply the things that I like. Why are you only listening and applying to the things that you already like? Why do you have a mentor? Whose alignment are you in? You're only listening and applying to what I thought my father told me, Jules, don't you walk into a room and be the smartest person in the room. If you had all the bright ideas, you wouldn't need the mentorship. You realize that, right? If you knew the right answers, you would not need the mentorship. Period. You would be the mentor. If you know better than your mentor, go find you a new mentor. You need more. You have outgrown your mentor. Go higher. But you have to look at yourself first. And once you got yourself in alignment, and now you've studied a mentor, and now you're sure about that mentor, you listen and apply every time. If you're in the Stocks Rising family, you know that we spent a lot of time building the campfire. Extremely, extremely powerful tool. Extremely, extremely powerful tool. And my mentor told me this morning, he said, yo, Vic, I'm going to be completely honest with you. Slowing up the business, bro. Yeah, you put your time, your sweat, your effort, right? Yeah, you think it's amazing. I understand that. But bro, you're adding too much turbulence. You ever drive a car and your tire's not completely in alignment? You know how your steering wheel shaking a little bit? Your car is still driving, don't get me wrong. You still got from point A to point B. You still got there. But the turbulence. Now you could say, yo, Vic, yo, bro, that's minor, bro. Steering wheel shake a little bit, bro, that's cool. I'm with that. But what you don't understand, when you're at the driver's seat and you think this is the only issue, guess what's really happening? Your tires are getting bald. Your axle is getting worn out. You have no clue. You can't even see, right? You can't even see over the hill. You can't. You're at this, you're saying, yo, this little bit of problem, this is nothing. So my mentor hit me up this morning. He said, yo, Vic, I need you in alignment, bro. I need a clip. I know you spent 4 or 5 days straight. I know you're sleeping on the couch, bro. I need it clipped. Guess what happened? Clipped. I'm in alignment. I'm in alignment. And you want to know how I know I'm in alignment? Because every day I simply listen and then I apply. I may go listen to an old 2017 David Monetier podcast and then I go apply the information. It's very simple. I built a discipline to it. I don't even have to think about listening and applying anymore. My body knows how to listen and apply better than my mind does. That's a true habit. You gotta listen and apply so automatically that your body's just doing it. You just know, all right, David said it. It's not even me. You're talking to yourself, yo, Vic, it's not me telling you this, bro. David said it. Your mom told you to clean your room up. So get up and go work out. You see David working out, you chase the lifestyle that created the lifestyle. You get your butt up and you go work out. You see David doing 30 Zooms a day, you chase the lifestyle that created the lifestyle, you sit your butt down, you do 30 Zooms a day. Bruce Lee once said, he said, look, I don't fear a man that can do 100 kicks one time. I fear the man that does one kick 100 times. I don't fear the man that got all these tricks and, oh, he could do this day and this that day. No, I fear the man who's disciplined. I fear the man who's showing up every single day getting their alkaline water. Every single day, you practicing the same kick. Every single day, you're in alignment. Every single day, you're listening and applying to what the winners are doing. What do you think is up next? Truly, what do you think is up next? You got to understand that when you start doing this whole alignment thing, it's going to be unbelievable. The craziest thing is that it works. That's probably the craziest thing is that it works. That's probably the craziest thing. You put yourself in alignment with those that have the success that you desire. You listen and apply to the information. She just said it. Success, results, growth. All of it's going to start pouring in. Abundance, overflow. But you got to chase that lifestyle that created the lifestyle. You got to stay disciplined to it. You got to understand, yo, this is going to happen for me. And that word is called faith. This is going to happen for me. I know that for a fact. And that word is faith. Because I got to understand, yo, Vic, there is no shortage on success, bro. It's no shortage. It's not like 40 packs of success left. The success is there for you to create. So get out of the competitive space and stop thinking that there's limited success. That's what's happening. When people are competing, you're thinking like, yo, bro, it's only one trophy. That's sports. In this, you create. You create your win. You create your space where you're going to be victorious. You create that space. And you have faith, because faith is a place. I want y'all to understand it. If you're locked in, man, let me see that lock in the chat. You're completely locked in. Right? If you completely understand, like, yo, I don't have to come up with a good idea right now. I don't personally have to be the person, right, that creates the wheel right now. I can simply get in alignment with people that are already doing the things that I desire. I've already studied the winners. I know what space I'm in. I know what I need to do on a day-to-day basis. I know I have to let my emotions go. I know I'm not the biggest, I'm not the smartest in the room right now. I don't want to be the smartest in the room. It's dangerous to be the smartest in the room. You don't want that at all. You just got to make sure, like, I wake up, I look myself in the mirror.
It's 11 o'clock.
It's 11 o'clock. All right. I look myself in the mirror. I understand my purpose for the day. I put myself in alignment and I get to work and I take action. It is a very, very, very simple formula. It is a very simple formula. And you're in the best company in the world if you do not know that. You have the best information in the world if you do not know that. Information changes situations. and you have the best information in the world. Look around. You're seeing more situations change than anywhere else in the world for the good. Every day, six-figure earner. Every day, six-figure earner. Every day, six-figure earner. Because the information that you have access to can change your entire situation. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all so much. I really deeply appreciate you guys, right? If you guys have any questions for me, all right, please feel free to reach out to me on any social medias or anything, man. I'm going to be available to you all. Because my thing is, right, and when you read, I'm not going to give too many gems from the Science of Getting Rich, because I challenge you all to go read the book. I challenge you all to go read the book. But it says very simply that you give a man more in use value than you take from that person in cash value. You give more in use value than you take from an individual in cash value. So it's Science of Getting Rich, sorry. All right, I see people. Somebody can drop my Instagram in the chat for the panelists and everyone. All right. But that's very, very important for you to understand. And if you start moving that way, right, you start understanding, bro, it's not about me. Let me actually start giving the world more value than I'm expecting from it, and watch how the overflow begins for you. Take yourself completely out of the equation. Set goals for somebody else for the next 30 days. If I do this correct, I can create success for this individual. Make that type of goal. If I'm disciplined, if I do what I have to do correct, then I can create success for this individual. You give a man more in use value than you take from him in cash value. Guys, very simple. We're very, very, very simple. We know exactly what to do at this point, guys. We know exactly what to do. You wake up, I want you to call your mentor in the morning. Don't wait for your mentor to call you. Wake up early. Call your mentor. Get in alignment with your mentor. Figure out, what do I have to do today to win? Whatever they say, listen and apply. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. Let's keep working. I'll see you guys at the top because the bottom is way too crowded.